The boy, his brother, and sister were removed from the home. The parents, so-called, are jailed and charged with endangering children. Joining me to discuss this, criminal defense attorney Mark Eiglarsh. And on the phone, I have Diane Hofackett. I believe I'm pronouncing your name correctly, a neighbor. She says she had tried previously to tell authorities about this family. Also on the phone, Sheriff Stan Parker of Howard County, Texas. Sheriff, I understand you can only stick with the facts. Can you explain the facts to us as you understand them? Did I review the case accurately?
Yeah, one thing you said is the little boy was fathered by the grandfather. That we haven't determined yet. We have a 2-year-old child in the house that was actually fathered by the grandfather that we know of right now.
By his, my mind begins to bend when I talk about these stories. Fathered with his daughter. Is that
correct?
What we're saying?
Yes, that's correct.
And so he's facing many different sorts of charges, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Can I ask something? I mean, is there some explanation? Are people impaired psychiatrically, neurologically, on drugs? Is there something that helps us sort of understand this?
Nothing that I can give you because I don't really understand it myself.
Okay.
That's not something that's normal around here, and I've been in law enforcement for over 20 years, and this is the first I've ever seen this.
I'm actually glad to hear you say that. When the sheriff says I can't make sense of this, I know we're in a zone that's, thank God, it's not something you see around there or anywhere else.
Right.
Now, Diane, you were a neighbor of the Witt family, and from the first time you met them, you said you suspected that the father might be the grandfather might be the father to all 3 kids. Again, I need a dry erase board here. Why did you think that?
Well, I just never did see anyone else around as far as men, a husband, father to the children, boyfriends. I never seen even a girlfriend over there. It was always him and her. And I don't know, when you have that gut feeling that something's not right.
You also, I guess people have said the family is without water since 2010. You said you saw the kids were dirty and ill-kempt. Did you ever try to get help?
Well, we tried to help them in several different ways. You know, they pretty much stayed to themselves, and there was times they really didn't want help. If you did help them, for instance, buying the kids Christmas gifts, they would take them back to Walmart and get the money for them. Bicycles, they would sell them, that type of thing.
And I want to point out that we here have called the Howard County CPS, and they had no one available to comment as to these allegations that might have been ignored or whether there were previous reports of abuse. So they've not yet had a chance to ring in on this. But it sounds like these were people that carefully guarded their secrets.
Oh, yeah. They pretty much kept their story straight. You know, every time CPS come out here, I mean, they could only do so much. Same way with the Howard County Sheriff's Office. You can only do so much. You can't do anything on suspicion.
Right.
You know, they go with what they see.
And Sheriff, what you finally did see were some pretty deplorable living conditions. Can you tell us what you witnessed there?
Well, I really can't go into the details of the house. I've kind of spoke with the district attorney, and he's advising me to kind of stick with what we have listed in the media release. But, you know, basically the conditions in the house were not suitable, is basically what it boils down to for children to live in. So that's part of the basis for our endangering